Welcome back to the Soul Prescription. I am Alexa Jade, and I have all the juiciness to give you. Now, I have taken a little hiatus from recording my podcast because I have been going through a transcendental transformation inside and out, and my life has just it's like every single day I wake up and I'm like, it just began. Like, my life is just beginning. There's so much more juiciness in every single day. Like, every day gets better. Every day is I'm still in the beginning stages, which is so crazy because I've done so much work even since the last time I recorded a podcast, even since May, even since July. I swear, it's like my consciousness is always evolving, and it's like skyrocketing at full speed all the time. And so like my body needs to catch up, and my whole life is still like reforming itself, okay? But we're really here to talk about love. Love is the prescription for your soul. Unconditional love. Unconditional love is magic. It's the frequency of magic. Jesus taught that. Buddha taught that. Doesn't matter what religion. I've read the Bible. I've read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I've read parts of the Quran. I've just read so many other things. Some of the Apocryphas, Book of Mary Magdalene, Book of Enoch, just different freaking things. Because it's literally the same thing. Like, if you read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and you read all the stuff that Moses wrote, it's literally the exact same. And everything teaches unconditional love. The whole point of living is literally to unconditionally love. To love everything, yourself, life. Jesus did not come here to die. He came here for a message. And they killed him for that message. Now, if you're like, whoa, Alexa, Jesus died for our sins. I'm going to tell you something. Sin doesn't even exist, because that means it would have to exist outside of God. And God is everything. And so the moment you think sin exists, you take God and you put him in a box. Her, him, God is energy. So energy is everything. Therefore, God is everything. So the moment that you think that you're not divine, you have separated yourself from God. Every time that you think that you're sinning and you're hating yourself for it and creating shame and guilt, you are literally living, because you can't create something outside of God. You can only live an illusion. So what I've been doing is literally tearing down all the illusions to my freaking brain. Like, I've gone within my consciousness and is like, what illusion do I have to seeing myself as a divine being? And all those illusions, I have to go within there and love that part of me. And that's something like what Jesus did too. He went within himself. Why do you think for 30 years of his life wasn't documented up until the last 3? He had to learn first how to love himself so deeply so he could love other people. Jesus was killed because he loved a murderer, because he loved a thief, because he loved people that were doing these bad things. And they were like, oh, you cannot love those people. Like, I don't know what you're trying to get at. Like, you cannot be, who you say you are and love these people. You're fucking crazy and we're going to kill you. And that's what happened. It was the message. It was the message of unconditional love. And even today's time, people are like, oh, I can't love that person because I would never do that. I can't love them because they betrayed me. I can't love them because of this. That's conditional love. And you can only give what you give yourself. So if you don't want to do the inner work, you can get off this podcast. Okay? This is inner work. This prescription is nothing on the outside. It is not medicine. It is not alcohol. It is not smoking weed. It is not vaping. It is not smoking a cigarette. It is not your boyfriend. It is not your girlfriend. The prescription is nothing outside of you. It's not even journaling. Not even a piece of paper and a pen. Not even anything besides yourself. You and your mind, you and the love within your heart. The more love you allow flow in your heart, the more magic you allow in your life. The love in your heart is God. So if you have hate in your heart, you're not connecting to God. And the more love that you do have in your heart, the more that you are connecting to God and connecting to source. That's why Jesus said to the Samaritan woman at the well, and if you don't know it, you can go search it up or ask AI about the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman, and Jesus. And Jesus said, you can drink from this well of water, but you will always be thirsty. But what I have to give you, you will never thirst from again. And it was his message that he was connected to source, which was the love within him. And therefore, he never had to go outside of himself. He never thirsted outside of himself because he had living water in him, which is love. And when you act on love, you are fulfilling God's will. And that, like, you don't even have to eat. Like, that's what Jesus ate for 40 days or something, like whatever, whenever he fasted for 40 days. They were like, you should be so hungry. And Jesus is like, I ate the will of God. And that's because he was acting on love, and it filled his soul so much because he's a spiritual being and a human vessel, and so is everybody. And so the message is really to love. The whole point of us living is to love. It's not your career. It's not your boyfriend. It's not your girlfriend. It's nothing exterior. This whole podcast, the Soul Prescription, will only ever be about your inner world. And if you don't want to do the inner work, like I said a couple seconds ago, bye. Because this is for the people that want to change their lives. The first thing you do is you do the inner work. You love yourself so much, and then action follows after that. I do not go out into my life and try to control things and manipulate things on the outside for me to get blessings and for me to get opportunities and for these people to like me. I don't fucking do that. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort. I do not have the time to do that. I don't have the patience to do that. I literally close my eyes. I go within and I'm like, okay, like, why do I feel upset? I feel upset because of this. Okay, well, let's go deeper. And then I give myself love there. And I use the mirror exercise in that. I've already talked about that in the podcast, and I will be doing an updated thing with the mirror exercise. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned. But I don't go out of myself, outside of myself, to like receive opportunities and blessings. I attract. I do not chase. And I do that by loving myself. And I surrender the rest to the universe. And the universe brings it to me. And that's really all that we're going to do. Is we're going to heal. And we're going to watch our freaking world change. Because the change that you seek is not you manipulating your 3D exterior world. It is you changing yourself to receive a new reality. Know how I said receive a new reality. Not go out there and, go knock on every door telling them, hey, I gotta change my reality. Can you be a little nicer? They're not gonna do that. They're gonna laugh at you. What you can do is you can heal your triggers. So whenever something does happen, you're like invincible. So we will be doing all the inner work, and you're just gonna watch your life change. I've been doing it for a whole entire year, and my life has completely changed. I am so grateful. I cry gratitude. I cry gratitude tears all the freaking time, and I can't wait to share literally everything with you. But the first thing you need to know is love. We will be talking about love and how to love yourself and how great love is. And the only point of living is to love. And secondly is the inner work. We will be going within only ever. And that's where the magic is. That's where the love is. That's where God is. So I love y'all, and stay tuned.